Hello divers! This video will briefly introduce you to nitrox, including some basic definition and a little background information. Naturally, the key nitrox concept cited in this video will be thoroughly examined in our TDI Nitrox Diver course. Before understanding any discussion of nitrox, it is appropriate to first address air. Because air remains the most popular breathing mix used by divers, and it is the basis of comparison for nitrox. As most divers know, air is comprised of approximately 21% oxygen and 79% nitrogen. Yes, there is other component of air, but it is very minor, such as argon and other traces of gases. Okay, strictly speaking, nitrox is any combination of oxygen and nitrogen. From the perspective of sport diving, the term nitrox is most commonly used as an abbreviation for enriched air nitrox, which is a breathing mixture containing more than 21% oxygen and less than 79% nitrogen. The TDI Nitrox Diver course specifically addressed the use of nitrox mixes in the range of 21 to 40% oxygen. Over the years, this has proven to be the most versatile and appropriate range of nitrox mixes for traditional sport diving activities. Again, the primary components in both air and nitrox are simply oxygen and nitrogen. Oxygen is a vital ingredient in the body metabolic process, while nitrogen is physiologically inert, which means it is not utilized in any fashion by the body. But because of its presence in the inhaled air, some amount of nitrogen naturally gets absorbed into the body tissues. Most of you will be able to recall from your prior open water diver training that additional nitrogen is routinely absorbed into the body tissues during your dive. The excess of nitrogen is directly related to your risk of decompression sickness and thus represent a critical factor in determining your time limit at a given depth, as well as your required surface interval between your repetitive dives. Nitrox, with its lower percentage of nitrogen, potentially offers several advantages over air, depending on the manner in which it is used by you. Nitrox may provide an effective means of safely extending your allowable bottom time compared to breathing air at the same depth. Also, nitrox may provide an effective means to safely reducing the required minimum surface interval between your repetitive dives compared to breathing air for the same series of dives. By reducing minimum surface intervals, you will be able to complete more dives within a given period of time. Nitrox may provide an effective means to further reducing your exposure to the risk of decompression sickness on a given dive, if the diver simply adheres to the same depth and time limits that would be applicable when breathing air for the dive. Unfortunately, these advantages also come with a downside. While oxygen is a necessity of life, it is possible to have too much of a good thing is bad to you. The increased level of oxygen in nitrox may pose some additional risks with recreational depth where no such risks are encountered while breathing air. However, with the proper procedure that you will learn, these risks can be successfully managed by you. So, as previously noted, the term nitrox is commonly used by divers as an abbreviated for enriched air nitrox. Other appropriate abbreviations include EAN. If a particular nitrox mix is being identified, its percentage of oxygen may be added at the end of that abbreviation. For example, a mix containing 32% oxygen may be properly abbreviated as EAN32. This convention will be used throughout this training. Early on, NOA focused on two particular nitrox mixes, EAN32 and EAN36, which soon become known respectively as NOAA Nitrox 1 and NOAA Nitrox 2. A few other organizations choose their own terminology as well. While launching their Nitrox program, and occasionally a diver might encounter a nitrox identified by some alternate names, such as denitrogenated air, safe air, oxygen-enriched air, or simply enriched air. Because of the continued growth and current popularity of nitrox diving, nitrox is now commonly available at many dive centers, resort locations, and liveaboard dives around the world. So it is not a worry that you won't be able to find nitrox nowadays. Some even offer it for free or as a complementary to your dive.